There is a battle taking place right now. No one can see it. No one can hear it. Yet it determines almost everything that happens in your life. It isn't happening in the world around you. It's happening inside your own mind. Every morning, before your feet touch the floor, before you speak a single word, before anyone else knows you're awake, the battle has already begun. One voice says, "Stay where it's comfortable." The other whispers, "Become who you were meant to be." The direction of your life depends on which voice you choose to follow. Your mind is like a garden. Leave it unattended, and weeds will grow naturally. Fear, doubt, resentment, excuses, negativity. None of these require effort. They appear on their own, but a beautiful garden that requires intention. Every thought you choose to water will eventually shape the landscape of your life. Ask yourself, what have you been growing lately? Imagine standing beside a calm lake at sunrise. The surface is perfectly still. You can see the mountains reflected with incredible clarity. Now throw a single stone into the water. The reflection disappears. The mountains haven't changed. Only the surface has. Your life works the same way. Most of the problems you face are not created by reality itself. They are created by the turbulence in your mind. A peaceful mind sees possibilities. A restless mind sees obstacles. Think about an archer. Before releasing the arrow, everything becomes still. The breathing slows, the distractions fade. The focus narrows to one single point. The arrow flies true because the mind became quiet first. Your future depends less on how hard you pull, and more on how clearly you aim. The world has become addicted to distraction. Every notification competes for your attention. Every headline demands your emotion. Every scroll promises happiness. But attention is your greatest currency. Where your attention goes, your life follows. If you spend your attention on chaos, you'll experience chaos. If you invest your attention in growth, growth becomes inevitable. Protect your attention. It is more valuable than gold. Most people are prisoners without realizing it, not imprisoned by walls, but by habits. Imagine waking every morning and allowing yesterday to decide today. The same thoughts, the same routines, the same fears, the same excuses. That's not living. That's repeating. Freedom begins the moment you become aware of the patterns controlling you. The human brain loves certainty, even if certainty is painful. That's why people stay in jobs they dislike, relationships they've outgrown, dreams they've abandoned, because the familiar feels safer than the unknown. But nothing extraordinary has ever been created inside a comfort zone. Every explorer crossed an unfamiliar ocean. Every inventor embraced uncertainty. Every great story begins with someone willing to step into the unknown. Imagine an eagle flying high above the clouds. Down below, a storm rages. Rain falls, thunder echoes. The world appears chaotic, yet above the clouds, there is only sunlight, peace, stillness. The storm never disappeared. The eagle simply rose above it. You can do the same, not by escaping your problems, but by elevating your perspective. Your emotions are like weather. Some days are bright, some are cloudy, some bring storms, but no matter what the sky looks like, the sun still exists above it. Your true self remains untouched beneath temporary emotions. Never make permanent decisions based on temporary feelings. Storms always pass. There is incredible power in silence, not the silence of loneliness, the silence of reflection. The world constantly tells you what to think. Silence allows you to discover what you actually believe. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in history didn't happen in crowded rooms. They happened during quiet walks, lonely nights, peaceful mornings. Stillness reveals answers that noise can never provide. Every mountain begins at ground level. Every masterpiece begins with a blank canvas. Every ocean crossing begins with leaving the shore. Stop waiting until you feel ready. Readiness is a myth. Action creates readiness. Movement creates confidence. The first step creates the path. Look at bamboo. For years, almost nothing appears above the ground. People assume nothing is happening. Then suddenly, it grows at an astonishing speed. What they didn't see was years spent building roots. Your invisible work matters. Your preparation matters. Your consistency matters. Don't confuse unseen progress with no progress. Every excuse sounds reasonable while you're making it. I'm tired. I'll begin next week. I don't have enough experience. Someone else is already doing it. Excuses are comfortable because they protect your ego. Responsibility is uncomfortable because it demands action. One keeps you safe. The other helps you grow. Choose wisely. Think about fire. Left alone, it eventually dies. Feed it consistently, and it becomes powerful enough to light an entire forest. Motivation works the same way. Don't expect one speech, one book, one video to transform your life forever. Your mind must be fed daily. Inspiration isn't something you find once, it's something you maintain. There will come a day when no one believes in your dream except you. That day matters, because belief borrowed from others is temporary. Belief built within yourself lasts forever. Keep going, even when applause disappears, especially when applause disappears. Character is built in silence. Imagine carrying a compass instead of a map. A map tells you exactly where to go. A compass simply points you in the right direction. Life rarely gives you a map. It gives you values, integrity, discipline, kindness, courage. As long as your compass remains true, you'll eventually reach where you're meant to be. Even if the path looks different than expected, your future is quietly watching your present. Every habit you repeat today will introduce you to someone tomorrow. The person you become isn't chosen all at once. It's assembled. One routine, one decision, one ordinary day at a time. The strongest people aren't those who never feel fear. They are the ones who refuse to let fear become their leader. Courage isn't loud. Often, it's incredibly quiet. It's waking up after failure, trying again after rejection, believing after disappointment, standing back up, one more time, one day. You'll realize that the greatest victory wasn't earning more, owning more, or becoming famous. The greatest victory was becoming someone you genuinely respect, someone who keeps promises, someone who remains calm during chaos, someone who chooses kindness when anger is easier, someone whose actions align with their values. That is success no one can take away. Imagine looking back on your life from the very end. Will you remember the hours you spent worrying? Probably not. Will you remember every opinion someone had about you? No, you'll remember the moments when you were brave, the moments when you loved deeply, the moments when you refused to surrender. Those moments become your story. Write a story worth remembering. As this moment comes to an end, remember something simple. You cannot control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. You cannot stop every storm, but you can strengthen your foundation. You cannot choose every circumstance, but you can always choose your response. That choice, repeated every day, becomes your destiny. So guard your mind, protect your peace, feed your discipline, choose growth over comfort, choose purpose over distraction, choose action over fear. Because the life you've been searching for isn't waiting in another city, or another year, or another version of yourself. It's waiting behind the thoughts you choose today. Master your mind, and the rest of your life will begin to follow. The battle has always been within. Win that battle, and there will be very little in this world that can ever defeat you.